Best action, Solo Leveling.
I actually don't disagree with this.
Solo Leveling season 1.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah. That throws a wrench in it. See, we're falling into exactly what you brought up.
I'm falling into the trope as
you fall into it. I mean, actually, yeah.
They got you.
I'm glad that just happened because there you go. I am the
We're the going off of the recent.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, world. There you go, everybody.
Well, if we're going off of season 1, I would say that Kaiju number 8 and Bleach both knock it out of the park when it comes to action in comparison.
Yeah. Have you guys watched Windbreaker?
I have not, but I heard great things, and Amanda just had to check it out. So
I don't know. Me and Steven watched the first 2 episodes. We did try it, and if I can't make it to a 3rd episode of something, I really have to commit myself to try and watch it again. And we could not. We watched episode 2. We were gonna watch episode 3, but we looked at each other. We're like, we're not feeling this, man. Like,
there's so many other things we could be watching.
Yeah, and it's. But then people have been like most recently sharing stuff, so that's why we're like, maybe we should just force ourselves to sit down and just try it. Maybe it's one of those.
What season is it in?
Season 2.
It's the first season. Season 2. Yeah,
season 2.
Okay, so maybe as season 2 kicks, because I mean that's the same story with Solo Leveling. Season 1, it's good. It's not great. But then season 2 is really where
the action was really. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it wins action here or here, just because I was watching it again last night. I did. So I came home at 2 a.m. By the way, I stayed up till 4:30 because I was watching, like, preparing for this again, and I was watching again like episodes and stuff, and I just watched again. It was the season 2. It was recency bias. I watched the ending of season 2, and I was like, oh damn, I forgot how good this freaking action scene was.
Yeah, I mean, the action sequences in Soul Leveling are good, but I mean are beautiful. But
Willie, I have a question. Sorry, scroll up. What was this? Sorry, go up again.
Oh, you talk about Danny's comment. This one.
Best action. No, sorry, best action. So, would this be the same argument though? Would this be the same? I might know the answer to this already, but would this be the same argument though for Demon Slayer being a nominee, that people were probably focusing on the last episode more than they
100%? Because what other action was there in this season?
The training arc didn't have.
There was no other villains. There's no other big fight except the kind of the sparring between the Wind and the Snake Hashira. Like. And
I mean, that's why I say Kaiju number 8 and Bleach.
I think
on this list, they should have been the top 2 contenders, and I feel like probably it would have ended up going to Bleach just because of the epicness of the battles. Can reach like
bro, the Bankais, Bankais for Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. Jesus Christ, man! Like, it is. You could tell the weight of the power in, like, when they call their ultimate attack. You're like, shit's about to hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju, I would still give it to Kaiju, and that's just me. As big as a Bleach fan I am, the fights in Kaiju, I mean, going from, when the vice captain found out old buddy was Kaiju number 8, and they had that battle in there, and you saw how, like, vicious the vice captain could get, to where they capture him, and then you got him turning into Kaiju number 8 to fight against the director of the defense force in that battle. And I'm just like, bro, like, every time a Kaiju shows up or a fight's about to go down, I am not. And I would even say, compared to season 1 of Solo Leveling, Kaiju number 8 season 1 is way better when it comes to the action.
The way that they incorporated this is again where I was talking about how they incorporated the CGI with the 2D animation. It was so smooth. Like, I could kind of see the CGI, but the way that it flowed.
Yeah.
Flowed. Thanks.
The way it flew.
The
mimosas is it.
is a mimosa, guys.
But yeah, I mean, I think a big part of that too, both of you guys are kind of mentioning Kaiju number 8's action is supported so much by the plot line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's, I think, why it Solo Leveling is got beautiful action. The story is not on the same
Agree
level.
with.
So, I mean, it's very much like a video. To me, it's like Final Fantasy VII. As soon as the battle starts, you know, you got them sitting there, and you got
Yep.
the battle actions going. Cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. Then boop. It's like random encounters that don't have a lot of weight.
What a great analogy. I love that.
So I'm just like, Soul Leveling's beautiful with it. I mean, it's like if you did all the biggest limit breaks in one combat on Final Fantasy VII, like one battle, you're like,
yeah,
all the best limit breaks and summons.
Or when you fucking summon the Aeons.
Yeah, it's
Let me bring Shiva into this mix.
But in a random encounter, what weight did it hold to the story? So that's why Soul Leveling to me loses that, because it's like these are just like random encounters in a dungeon with no real impact on the story. Yes, he's making money to heal his mom.
Yeah, but that's action.
You know, but where you go with the other ones, there's a whole lot more behind these fights that happen. Yeah. So when the fight happens, it's like, just like Demon Slayer. The only reason Demon Slayer's on there is because that last episode had so much weight.
Which is why it makes perfect sense for animation. We all agree.
Yeah.
It does not make sense for action because it was the training arc. Did it have some cool action sequences? Sure.
Yeah.
But just because the last episode's animation was so sick, that wasn't even really, I would argue that's not even an action sequence. That was just freaking animation.
Yeah.
Like
it's just great storytelling
animation.
In a moment that's so fueled with so much going on, so much emotion, so much plot advancement going on, that episode was incredible. Yeah. That's what we're lacking in those those other battle sequences. You know, like I'm saying, Soul Leveling, amazing art when it comes to battle. The speed, the changes in camera angles, the lighting, the colors, beautiful. Yeah. Like 2B Hero X, outstanding combat. Level of story that's pushing that. The plot behind that fight has to give it some depth, or else the battle is just pretty with no emphasis on why.
Do you guys think Kaiju number 8 got snubbed mainly because the main character is in his 30s?
No. I just think it's just, when was the last episode of Kaiju number 8 compared to the last episode of these other anime we're talking about?
Oh, I wrote it down.
You know, like especially Solo Leveling. We already talked about how that recency bias today. Also, real quick, shout out to the crew over at that time we started an anime podcast. They're in the comments. What's up, fellas? If you are unaware, our very own EJ and Jackie joined them on a episode, and that episode is out. So just head over to their page.
Awesome guys.
Head over to their page. I think they're talking about what makes an anime a classic and what doesn't. So go check that out. Part 1 is out now. Part 2 should be coming out soon of that one.
And to answer your question, EJ, was April 2024 is when Kaiju came out.
That's when it came out. When was their last episode?
If you got
July,
usually
right?
you add 3 months
May.
onto that. Yeah, April,
May,
June, July. I would say July because usually it's 3 months.
Yeah, so like summer.
Okay.
So about summer last year, and then you had all these other things come out. So I think that's why Kaiju kind of fell off the.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so annoying.
Yep. Best Isekai. We've had
this is on this
Konosuba, right? We have what's wrong, Jackie? Why you cross your arms like that?
It's time. Jackie's ready.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I agree. It's ReZero.
Okay.
I 100% agree. It's ReZero.
We have Konosuba.
Why the fuck
Mushoku
is
Tensei.
Suicide Squad on this shit?
We have ReZero, Shangri-La, Suicide Squad, and that time I got reincarnated by a slime.
Also, Shangri-La Frontier is not an isekai. Now you're like trying to give it love, but now you're just throwing it in a fucking anime that makes or a category that makes no sense. That's why I'm at.
So I think everybody's in agreement with the Suicide Squad isekai. Like, why is this here? Get this out of here. Did it need to be there? Like, what do you like? I think every other category had 5 nominees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6. So okay, I guess they just needed to throw some shit in here for 6. But
they're just like, all right, put that.
It says isekai in the title, so
yeah.
I don't give a shit. It shouldn't be in there.
But yeah,
it wasn't even that good. I looked at the reviews. People were like, "Yeah, it was cool."
It was.
They made an anime DC thing, but like,
it wasn't good.
Sick.
The Batman kind of like was it Batman, and when it was in feudal Japan, that was better.
Oh god, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's just like they just keep trying to give anime flavor to like DC characters. I'm like, you guys don't need to just make good DC movies and we'll be fine. But
I mean, their animated studios do a great job with the regular DC animated movies are pretty good. DC to anime is, I mean, the story for the Batman in feudal Japan thing or whatever was just like,
I guess it's an original thought. I guess
it's original thought, all right.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
I 100% agree with ReZero being selected. Steven's the one that got me into this, and I'm so glad he did. This is arguably one of the best isekais that I've seen. Sword Art Online was good, but like ReZero hasn't missed, and how graphic and just the emotions and everything and the character development, it's just insane. Like, it's a really good fucking show. Like I can't even believe I'm saying this because I talked so much shit on it like a year ago, but it's really good. I'm just upset that like this is the first time Shangri-La Frontier is mentioned, and it's not even an isekai. The dude is just playing video games. He's not reincarnate. That's what and you guys can tell me if you think differently, but an isekai, in my opinion, or what I understand it's like you are reincarnated
and put in another world.
Exactly. So the fact that Shangri-La Frontier is in here, like either the people who are the judges are being selected don't understand what a freaking isekai is, and it makes me question like this expertise that they say that they look for in judges. Go ahead.
Would they just have a hard time categorizing Shangri-La Frontier then? Because
no, Shangri-La Frontier has great comedy, it has great adventure, it has great action. There's a lot of great music.
So just like a fantasy adventure more so than like
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's not a lot of character development. I'll say that.
Like now, the previous arc, like he's taking a break from actual Shangri-La Frontier and he's helping his boy play another fighting game. Like he's just good at games. He just focuses on Shangri-La Frontier, but he'll take a break and play some kind of mech fighting robot game. Now he's taking a break from that and helping his boy in this fighting game that they're about to do this tournament on. So it's not really an isekai. Like some people will argue Sword Art Online is like that, but this dude was like legit trapped in this world. And if he died in the video game world, he dies in real life.
And that's why I say that makes sense that it's an isekai only because of that.
Right.
But this is not that. The dude's just like playing video games.
Like he's died in Shangri-La Frontier, and he just respawns back at his point. He's died. Yeah. He's never legit in trouble.
Endangered.
Like you're just
he he's going to lose virtual headset off and then just goes about his life.
Yeah. Like if Kirito died in you know what I'm saying? Sword Art Online, like he dies in real life.
That's his real life. Yeah. There's no respawn there.
So there were stakes there.
That's only the reason why it makes me mad. Is just that you decide to. It's almost like you're like, hey guys, we got to give love to Shangri-La. Let's throw it in the isekai. It's like
yeah.
But so yeah, ReZero, no complaints.